All right, we're live and the frames are looking good, so welcome everybody to Sound Goblin's Saturday gaming stream here with Sound Goblin Storytime. I'm, as always, your host, Krampus.
I'm Bograt.
I'm Shiv.
I'm Hunter Green.
And I'm Vincent.
All right, and we're getting back into Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony. There was a thing that took us away from streaming last week. Had a real-life thing to attend, but now we are back here, in the second class trials about to begin. So, because I have neglected to do it the first couple of times before we get started with anything, let us remind our audience that this is in fact a Danganronpa game.
I actually, like halfway through the last session, remember that, meant to say something, and then forgot about it as stuff was unfolding.
So yes, your content warning for this game, for this session, and for all future sessions of Danganronpa. I will bring this up as often as I can remember it.
And all past sessions of Danganronpa while we're at it,
and all past
clarify.
sessions of Danganronpa, yes. This game contains mentions of suicide and sexual themes, as well as a general veneer of tastelessness. Viewer discretion is advised.
Even more so in this game than other ones when it comes to the video tastelessness, it seems.
Yeah, pretty much. So, anyway.
Characters built around that terrible premise.
So, last time we saw the death of, Ryoma.
The best boy.
Oh, well, we did our investigations and stuff.
Well, it wouldn't be a Danganronpa game if it didn't kill all the characters you liked first.
I know! I mean, we say that. Actually, one of my favorite characters in 2 made it through the entire game.
Yeah.
Technically, all the characters in 2 made it through the entire game, but...
I mean, like, even in the...
Yeah.
We did also max out Ryoma's friendship, so we did get his special skill before he died.
Yay.
And because it's been 2 weeks and I do not remember, we did our predictions last week, but let's go over them again real quick. Bograt, I believe you believed it was Kurumi. Or at least that was your wild guess.
It wasn't a super wild guess. It was more along the lines of, we have spent the entire chapter with everybody making increasingly ridiculous demands of Kurumi, and she, like, just accedes to them because she's a maid and therefore her job is service, and she finally fucking snapped and killed somebody.
Okay. Shiv, what was your guess?
I think I was also going with Kurumi, not necessarily because she snapped and decided to kill someone, just that she wasn't there during some of the previous events that most other people were at, and the, like, scrap of fabric in the pool may have been from her gloves.
Okay. Hunter.
But I also,
go
it
ahead.
could also be Samugi dressed up as Kurumi, because I still believe that Cosbox is bullshit.
Alright, Hunter, what was your suggestion?
I don't remember, but I remember one of the comments I made for Kurumi being the killer was that she was asked to kill, and she apparently can't say no to a request. I think the other person I had an odd suspicion on was Astronaut Boy.
Kaito.
Kaito. Just because of how intent he was involved with this, and the fact that he's as capable as any of the others.
Okay. Vince, what was your guess?
My guess was also Kaito, mostly because of all the priest, partially because of how he was acting during the investigation, but also all the stuff pre-crime. There's also of everyone, he might be the only person who actually had access to his motive as well, and they generally like actually making the motive actually matter.
Okay. Well, we're gonna find out pretty quick here, or at least, before the night is up, if anyone is right or not.
Everyone!
Oh, forgot to turn on auto. I will likely forget every time to turn on auto.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Just mash the button, we'll go through the dialogue faster.
What? Don't worry.
Yeah, it's you son of a bitch.
Hey,
Please, he's the leader of Shocker. He doesn't kill anyone himself. He has minions for that.
Wait,
Which almost makes me wonder if someone
Either way.
actually asked Kirumi to do it. Would she be considered the murderer or the tool?
That's right.
That was actually something we talked about in 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Assuming that this game is following the same rules that have
Listen up.
been previously established, then somebody... It's very dependent on who actually planned the murder, per se.
Of
Yeah.
course.
I know,
Because we
but
had that established one from 1, wherein one person did commit a murder, but it was at the
Okay.
behest of another, and it was essentially established that in that instance, the person that planned the murder would have been considered the blackened, not the one who actually did it.
I mean, it didn't help that the person who planned the murder also murdered the other murderer.
yeah,
Yeah,
making it
like-
kind of a moot argument on that one.
It was, but
That
even
is
though
where the
within,
rule did
within
come
the
up.
actual discussion, though, it did actually establish
Yes.
that in that instance, they were considered the blackened for both murders, not just the one.
Yeah, it was mostly brought up for, like, intellectual purposes at the time, because it never came up as a valid, like, critical piece of evidence at the trial, but they did cover who would have been responsible in that instance had things not gone sideways.
welcome. Huh. Wonderful.
What are you saying?
They're so cute.
Right. So the Monocopes exist so Monokuma can be
Oh.
more half-assed than normal.
Yep.
Quarter-assed.
Hmm?
Maybe even an eighth-assed on a particularly lazy day.
You're doing fractions. That's way too much work from. Sorry, can you explain that more, Monokuma? I don't grasp what you.
Truth fight. You're gonna fight for your life. Truth fight. Gonna fight with a knife.
I mean, if only.
Alright. So, first off, go into our skills here. And we're down to Killer Smash. This is what we got from Ryoma. This skill causes truth bullets to penetrate white noise.
Huh.
Which is going to help with the shots that, white noise gets in the way at the last second on.
Yeah. And just in general, really.
Yeah. We've got 8 more points.
Also a question of, is the stuff we equipped actually good, or have equipped actually good?
Also that we have equipped is what applies to the most stuff. Extraordinary Focus just increases our focus gauge by 2 to give us more stuff. Mind's Eye, it decreases the... Second. Let's see if I can... Extraordinary Focus. Trigger Happy is decreases delay after truth bullets or truth blades are used. We can shoot quicker. Killer Smash just went over. And Mind's Eye is reveals the V points for the baits. First player's argument, we should start. That only applies to the first one. We're actually going to grab Just a Peek. Would. There we go. The controls for this menu are a little bit weird.
So you have 3 points left.
Yeah. Even though we have 4 points to spend on abilities, we only have 3 slots, so we don't have any room to put another ability, even if we bought the lowest cost ones. Alright. I'm going to very quickly just skim over bullets here. Basically, as a reminder, we had the piranha tank, we had the water tank with the handcuffs.
Staircase thing, yeah.
Yeah. The window that was above the gym and leads into the pool area, stuff like that. Alright. Let's rock and roll.
Change difficulty, highest setting.
So before we get into our first bullet time debate, I told you I would let you know when all of the optional lies are coming up. I'm not going to be doing the optional lies, but I will at least point them out. The very first bullet time debate of this trial is one of the optional ones.
And leads to a different ending or something.
They all lead back into the same trial, but they're different ways to come to the same conclusion.
Yeah, you basically intentionally lie at one point, which leads down a different path of conversation, and then at a later point, a point gets brought up, which you then essentially refute by pointing out that you lied earlier.
Let's get
Yes.
this crazy, awesome,
There is one required lie
trial
in every
underway.
trial.
Ah,
I think we all know who the most suspicious one is. It's...
Let's combine our power and work together, everyone.
The person who's most suspicious is...
Now lend me your energy, everyone, so we can catch the culprit.
Because the murder happened during the magic show, the culprit can only be...
Hey-ya! I'm in top form today.
Oh, she keeps interrupting
Why
him.
are you interrupting
It's Tucker
me?
now. She's
We
the one who
can't
did it.
have a good trial if you talk over me.
This is what you get if you don't stop talking.
Huh? I'm not interrupting you.
That fucking face.
Whatever you have to say is probably worthless anyway, because all males want to talk about is S.E. Himiko seems suspicious.
How dare.
Hey! Angie, how can you accuse Himiko? Aren't you her friend? I'm just telling you what Atua is telling me.
Oh, so they're telling me that you're a cheating bitch.
Divine knowledge to show us the way to survive. You should thank him, lest he pour his holy wrath upon you all. Screw Atua! That guy's got nothing on me. I'll protect Himiko!
But it does point to Himiko being the most suspicious.
Ryoma died during Himiko's magic show. His body appearing in the water tank leads one to think the escape trick played a part. It's only natural we suspect Himiko. She was the one performing the trick.
No, that's wrong. The underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
It's not the part you need to deny. You gotta tell us you're not the culprit.
Magic, huh? That's so cool. What a mysterious miracle. Now, did you kill Ryoma, Himiko? Atua will hear your confession. Stop it! There's no way any of that is true!
It's true, though. Himiko used the underwater escape trick to kill Ryoma. But I still don't have a clue how Himiko did the trick.
She told you. Magic.
There's no
Yep.
trick. That really was magic.
I know, maybe it really was magic.
Gonta, no. Sit down, Gonta.
If you don't reveal your trick now, then we'll vote you as the culprit.
Stop picking on Himiko! A cute, tiny flower like her couldn't kill anyone. I get that you want to defend her, but that might be a bit much.
Alright, I've belatedly realized I'm the only adult in this room.
Yes.
This is
Well,
a sad
the
thought.
other adult is dead now.
Atua has blessed me with an epiphany. The culprit used the underwater escape trick to pull off a sneaky switcheroo with Ryoma.
After that, the time ran out. The tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out. And he was eaten alive!
Eaten to bone by piranhas. Savage way to go.
No, that's wrong. The underwater escape was no trick, it's magic.
What?
We heard you the first time, Titless. No one cares.
Wow!
I pressed the wrong button. Because, like I said, they switched what button does the silencer and which button does the actual shot.
God.
So 2 games worth of Danganronpa has trained me
blessed
to.
me with an epiphany.
That was not the actual right answer
The
there.
underwater escape trick to pull off a sneaky switcheroo with Ryoma.
You also don't actually need the silencer.
Nope.
The tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
Piranha.
He was eaten.
You can use the silencer when the right answer isn't up to score extra time on the clock.
Yes.
That's it.
No, we
With
almost got this
Killer
cause
Smash, we don't
Wait.
need to worry about the actual clearing of it.
The Monokuma file indicates the cause
And
of death.
God
is
knows we barely have to
drowning.
worry about the timer.
Yeah. We are on the hardest
Wasn't the
difficulty for
piranha
trial
then.
puzzles,
He was
so
drowned.
you can see how much time they give you.
Yeah.
Ooh, I see. I haven't checked the Monokuma file yet, so that's news to me.
Why do we allow him to
Lying
talk?
little brat! Telling lies is what turns you into
That
a degenerate
Monokuma
male.
file can't stop me, because I can't read.
So what?
Absolutely.
Ryoma drowned, Himiko changed places with him, and then the piranhas ate him, right?
No, Himiko only had 60 seconds to escape from the tank. Even if they changed places at the start of the show, that's insufficient time to drown someone.
If that is the case, then when did he drown?
I mean, not really.
Well, yeah, he drowned before the show started.
Yeah.
Ryoma was already drowned before the show started. Agreed. Before being eaten by the piranhas, he made no attempt to escape the water. To be precise, he made no movements whatsoever. Yes. By that point, he had already joined the ranks of the dead.
Could that mean his body was hidden until the culprit made it appear in the tank?
Hidden? Where?
The culprit would have had to hide the body near the tank and then show it during the act.
Easier said than done.
Was there a place on stage where the culprit could have hid the body? Oh, wait! Himiko should know since she performed the underwater escape trick.
Himiko, why won't you just explain it to us?
'Cause it's magic.
And no, maybe it really was.
Gonta, sit down.
Shut up.
You know,
Himiko
maybe
is
it really
committed
was
to their
magic.
act, but those who deal in dreams are oft liars.
You know, strange enough, Maki, the ultimate
Why is everyone
child
still picking on
caregiver,
Himiko?
probably the best
You're all
person in this
worse
group
than
to
a
deal
drunk
with
dad's ramblings.
Yeah.
We should let him vent. After all, it's tough being the man of the house.
Man, we gotta figure out how the trick works to find where the body was hidden.
But Himiko does not wish to tell us how she performed her act.
Then let's work together to reveal the secret behind Himiko's trick!
So, not real magic?
No, it was real magic. 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 Magic!
She's casting a spell, everyone get down!
Keep saying it doesn't mean
It's
it's true.
Himiko's curse! Her curses are really powerful! Aren't incantations usually more, complicated than that?
I trust her, she's the mage.
I don't know, I know a team of Sentai Rangers who used Magi Majiru. That's not much more complex than that. Then again, they also melted a person, so they had actual magic.
How did Himiko escape the water tank?
Maybe she just climbed out and no one noticed.
Nah, she definitely would have been caught.
Perhaps a mechanism was set up on the stage.
The curtain covering the tank was certainly suspicious.
What about that square pane of glass we found in the tank?
Maybe the tank had a secret hatch.
It must be real magic!
Yeah! Real escape magic!
Maybe there were two Himikos,
Aw,
and
aw.
one of them was Sumugi in disguise. Hey, what costumes aren't disguises?
Such a pro.
Thankfully, we had an identical backup water tank in her lab.
How did Himiko escape the water tank?
Maybe she just climbed out and no one noticed.
There we go.
she definitely would have been caught. Perhaps the mechanism
Yeah.
was set up on the tank. The curtain covering the tank was certainly suspicious. What about that square pane of glass we found in the tank?
Maybe the tank had a secret hatch.
I agree.
Nonsense!
Maki is correct. There was an escape hatch on that tank.
I see. So it did have one.
That's right. I discovered a similar tank in Himiko's lab. There was a panel on the side that could open. That was her escape.
Mind over strength! No! Your logic is all wrong, Shuichi.
Ow.
What do you
Because it
mean?
was magic, clearly.
And you don't even know why you're wrong either. Typical degenerate male. Ah! I'll smash in your face with my fists of hot burning steel!
Quick, get your swords.
The side of the tank being open doesn't have anything to do with Himiko's escape. She didn't use an escape hatch. I know she didn't do that. And now, I'm gonna punch you!
Wait a second. Before you punch me, what makes you so sure she didn't?
Because if she escaped from a hatch in the tank, the water would have gushed out with her. There would have been water everywhere. That wouldn't be magical at all.
Yeah.
The whole trick would be ruined. With that out of the way, I'm gonna punch.
That was not what I was looking for, game, but thanks anyway. There we go.
you.
Ah, okay. Missed it the first time.
Because if she escaped from a hatch in the tank, the water would have gushed out with her.
Thought I was using the
There
wrong
would have
button.
been water everywhere. That wouldn't be magical at
Or
all.
not.
The whole trick would be ruined. With that out of the way, I'm gonna punch you. Because if she escaped from a hatch, the water would have gushed out with her. There would have been water everywhere.
I was using it backwards again. Cutting with the actual truth blade still breaks all of the...
Because if she escaped from a hatch in the tank, the water would have gushed out with her. There would have been water everywhere.
There we go.
I'll cut through your words.
As always, I am my own worst enemy.
There was a reason the room wasn't flooded with water.
I mean, if they came to watch a game being played well, they wouldn't have come here.
That was attached
That is
to
very
a water
true.
tank.
If they came to watch a game being played well, they wouldn't be watching a Danganronpa
Try
Let's
to
Play.
remember how the staircase was positioned.
You could play a Danganronpa game well.
Yes, but I don't think that's the draw.
Its escape hatch,
Not two different things.
meaning the water tank was connected to the inside of the staircase.
Inside staircase. His body was in stairs?
Knowing that, it's clear how Himiko made her escape from underwater.
Clicked the wrong button.
There was
Yes,
a
it was
curtain
in
covering
stairs.
the tank during the performance, allowing Himiko to enter the staircase from the hatch undetected. Any water that spilled out would have simply funneled into the staircase.
Slosh, slosh.
So how do you get out from the staircase?
The staircase also has an escape hatch, one facing away from us. It's placed so that the water would not drain from the staircase.
In which case, a person could exit and leave water inside the staircase.
However, that person would be soaked, meaning that some trace should be left. That would explain why there was a puddle around the stairs.
So when Himiko came out from the stairs,
Her wet clothes dripped water all over.
Ha ha, bitch! Caught you soaking wet and red-handed!
Judging from Himiko's reaction, you hit it right on the bullseye.
But Himiko's clothes should have been wet when she left the water tank. Her clothes were definitely not wet.
Of course. That's because my underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
That's it! It's because she changed her uniform.
The dormitory is stocked with uniforms. Did you hide one behind the stage in advance?
I remember seeing Himiko go to the gym this morning, carrying a uniform and a towel.
Ah! Why would you say that?
I see. She had a towel too. She may not have had time to fully dry her hair. But her short hair and hat ensured we were none the wiser.
Himiko can't get wet, because her body repels water.
What?
Huh?
Now you're just making up fan fiction.
Himiko, come on. Give it up already.
Fine. You win. It's just like you said. The water tank and staircase both have mechanisms.
So I was correct.
But that doesn't mean I used them. I didn't need them, because I used my magic.
Again with the magic crap. Were you dropped on your head as a kid?
Now that we understand how the trick was performed, let us move on.
Yes, let us proceed. Where did the culprit hide Ryoma's body? From our discussion earlier, his body could have been in the space inside the staircase.
But that's where Himiko would escape from, right?
So Himiko went in the stairs with the body? What kind of kinky shit is she into?
That seems unlikely. There isn't enough space for two people to fit in there.
Yeah, the stairs
I mean, they were both the
cramped.
shortest in the
It'd be
class.
hard to fit even Ryoma and Himiko in there.
Who says they went in together? She could have made the switch as she was leaving the tank. At the same time, she could have pulled out the body from inside the stairs.
Also, low-key, those
That
stairs
means
are
she got rid of
claustrophobes'
herself
nightmare.
in there. See how
Yeah.
easy
Yeah.
that is?
Also, they're giving way too much credit to Ryoma on that. Nowhere near that height.
Wait a minute! Why did you automatically assume it was Himiko?
Who else but Himiko could have done it?
Angie, you spent more time with Himiko than any of us, so why are you accusing her?
You may think you're protecting Himiko, but what if she really is the culprit? We'll all die, and it will be all your fault. Atua will lose precious devotees. Are you okay with that, Tenko?
I'm totally fine with that. I don't care what anyone says. Himiko would never murder someone. That's what I believe more than anything.
I mean, we know you're just trying to get in her skirt, but at the same time,
I
you know,
want to
kudos
believe
for
in her,
believing
no
in her.
matter what. If I can't do that, then I'd rather just
until this body takes its final breath, I'm gonna keep believing in Himiko!
The only one who could have switched out Ryoma's body is Himiko herself.
When Himiko was escaping the tank, she dragged out the body hidden in the stairs and simply switched places with it.
Are you telling me you saw that happen?
No one could have seen that. It would have occurred in the middle of the show, when the tank was covered with a curtain.
So basically, no one saw anything.
I didn't do it, I swear. Ryoma's corpse wasn't in the staircase.
Quit lying, you donkey-lipped con artist! She's not lying! She's not a con artist, and she doesn't have donkey lips!
The only one who could have switched out
When Himiko was escaping the tank, she dragged out the body hidden in the stairs and simply switched places with it. Are you telling me you saw that happen? No one could have seen that. It would have occurred in the middle of the show, when the tank was
Covered with a curtain.
So basically, no one saw anything.
That's wrong! Someone did see inside the tank. It was Gonta. Gonta had climbed onto the stage and was looking into the tank from above. Isn't that right, Gonta?
Yeah, Gonta saw down into tank, but saw no one in there.
No one was in there?
Yeah, no one. Guess that clue no good, huh?
No, that's actually a great clue, because if Ryoma's body was hidden inside the staircase, Himiko would have had to pull him out before she went inside. There certainly wasn't enough room in the staircase for both of them. But that means, if the tank was empty when Gonta looked, Ryoma's body must not have been hidden in the staircase.
What if they squeezed into that space with Ryoma's body to avoid getting caught?
She had no need to worry about us witnessing her at that point. For the entire stage was hidden behind a curtain. To all but Gonta, anyway.
Then the culprit never would have considered hiding inside the staircase with the body. Entering the staircase after moving the body is much faster, and seems more rational too.
Then, Ryoma's body wasn't hidden in the stairs?
Someone better say where the fucking body was hidden, or I'm gonna start cutting throats! Where were you hiding Ryoma's body?
It wasn't really in the stairs, was it?
After all, there was only enough space for Himiko.
Well, how about behind the curtain?
If there was a way to enter the tank from there, then it would be plausible.
Or maybe the body was in the tank all along, but we just couldn't see it.
Impossible. You'd need top-notch visual effects to pull that off.
And what of the tank containing the piranhas?
No way! If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have eaten it way before we saw it.
But if the body and piranhas were separated, then it wouldn't have been devoured, correct?
This one's really spelling it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Where were you
They
hiding?
can't all be
Ryoma's body?
complex.
After all, there was only enough space for Himiko.
If only somebody would say the obvious statement what I'm asking you to say here.
Impossible. He need top-notch visual effects to pull that off. What if the tank containing the piranhas? No way! If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have eaten it.
Way before we saw it.
But if the body and piranhas were separated,
I agree.
Keel's hypothesis is correct. The body and the piranhas were separated. This was accomplished using the square glass pane found in the tank. Just as I thought.
using that glass pane as a divider, a safe space could be created in the tank. It is in such a space that the body could be stored, separated from the piranhas.
Then that means Ryoma's body was hidden in the piranha tank the whole time!
So Ryoma's body fell into the water tank with the piranhas?
Gonta knew it!
No, you
What is
didn't.
it, Gonta?
I knew it.
Gonta was above stage when piranhas fall. That's why Gonta sees something no one else could. When piranhas fell, Gonta sees some big thing fall into water tank with them.
Didn't you have mentioned this earlier?
You know, now that Gonta think about it, Gonta maybe see Ryoma's body.
When the piranhas dropped from the tank, I thought I saw something bigger drop as well. The water tank on the bottom is made completely out of glass, correct? You can see what is happening through the glass. Can you really hide a body in the tank?
Even in murky water, a dead body would still be visible in a glass tank.
Unless a certain something was used to obscure the body.
A certain something?
We all agreed that the glass pane was used to separate the body from the piranhas, correct? Well, that method has the added benefit of hiding the body from view.
Huh? How could you hide a body like that?
Well, with my new band, Crammed Piranhas.
This is it! It was the piranhas. The piranhas were obscuring the body.
Alternatively, my new Militaire Sans Frontiers codename.
Yeah, that one
That's
makes more
right.
sense.
Call me Crammed
During
Piranha.
the investigation,
Either that or a Maverick from the Mega Man X.
Get equipped with crammed jaws or something.
They increased that significantly? I didn't know piranhas fuck like rabbits.
it seemed that way, but it wasn't that the actual number of piranhas increased. The glass pane divided the tank nearly in half, right? The piranhas got crowded together, making it look like there were more of them. The more densely the piranhas are packed, the harder it is to see past them.
Because of that, it was difficult to see the body hidden in the tank.
That glass pane was the lid from the piranha tank. It was really easy to detach that lid, so no wonder they used it as a divider.
Gee, thanks for telling us that useless detail.
What the heck are you saying? That detail was super useful! Sure, the lid looks a little big, but if you set it diagonally, it would fit perfectly. Nice job, Himiko! Your explanation was awesome!
This much evidence? It seems like the body was definitely in the piranha tank.
Congrats, Himiko! Now there should be no reason for anyone to suspect you.
Really?
Yeah, because if you didn't switch places with the body, then you couldn't have killed him.
Yeah, sure, that's how it works.
It only means we now have other suspects. You are not cleared of suspicion just yet.
Okay, but still, that's way better!
That's wonderful news, Himiko! Atua is happy for you.
Apologize, Angie! You and your Atua better tell Himiko you're sorry right now!
Atua is sleeping. He went to bed angry because you all doubted him.
What a petty-ass god!
That's been saying God's need to go to sleep.
No, it's okay. We shouldn't be mad at Angie. We should be mad at this class trial, at this killing game.
Oh, Himiko! Bless your sweet, kind heart!
That's what Atua said anyway.
What?
It's too bad that the handsome god went to bed angry, though.
Himiko's still brainwashed! But I'm not giving up just yet. This is gonna be a breeze. Great, now what are we gonna do? We're back to square one.
And why are we back to square one?
Because any of us could still be the culprit. Jeez! You flunked out of Tard school or something?
The classiest, Mia.
Not everyone. We can narrow it down to whoever doesn't have an alibi yet.
Like you.
Eh? What alibi?
I guess I should have known a dumb whore pig like you wouldn't understand. So let me explain.
Oh, just as classy.
Who you calling a dumb
Look, at this point, there is possibly one other person in this, or
much evidence,
two
then
other
there's
people
no
in this
mistake
group
the
I would
body
call
was hidden in the
classy.
piranha tank. But for someone to
Gante
plant
better
the
be
body
one
in
of
there
them.
with such
Gante is
limited
not one of
time
them.
is pretty tricky.
Gante is fantastic, but Gante is not classy.
That's it.
Yeah, there's a couple factors that go into that one, but
It was done yesterday,
Yeah.
before nighttime.
Honestly, I think we went over it
Ding,
last
the ultimate detective
stream.
gets it right again.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. After the first trial in this game, the second one, by and large,
Stop
plays
asking
things
me
pretty
dumbass
straight.
questions. It could have been solved with the process of elimination.
In that, you
In that
basically
it's
know the
not-
how
Fine. I'll explain it to the itty bitty
Right away.
Not the-
brained
yeah.
bitchlet.
bitchlet?
First, the gym was closed
I
during
never thought I'd
nighttime,
say it,
so
but I
no
kind
one
of feel
could
sorry
have
for
entered.
her. She was not prepared for people to fight at her level.
Because if you try to enter the gym at night, it'll go off.
You talking about my butthole?
No, she means the alarm.
After nighttime passed, morning came. But hiding the body before the show was...
Impossible! Himiko and I were waiting in front of the gym before the morning announcement.
Which leaves only one possibility. It was done before nighttime yesterday. Anyone Anyone who doesn't get this is just as stupid as the whore bitchlet over there.
So the culprit placed Ryoma's corpse in the piranha tank before nighttime yesterday? Which means he was also killed during that time frame.
Yay! Now we know what time the crime happened, right?
I still don't really get it, though. Can we narrow down the time of death a bit more?
Yeah. Because we have two people who witnessed Ryoma.
This is it!
If we can find out who last saw Ryoma alive, we can narrow down the time of death. Kirumi, you were asking everyone when they had last seen him, right?
Yes, Gonta was the last person who saw Ryoma.
What? Really?
And when was the last time Gonta saw Ryoma?
When Gonta was inviting everyone to insect meet and greet, so... Gonta think that was maybe 8 p.m.?
If he was last seen at 8 p.m. and was killed before nighttime officially began...
Then we can assume the crime took place between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night.
So all we must do is find someone with no alibi for that time period, yes? Simple enough. After all, most of us were detained by Gonta then.
If I recall correctly, the only people that weren't there besides Ryoma...
That would be the four of us. Myself, Kaito, you, and also Maki.
Well, Kirumi, you would tell the truth, even if it screwed you over.
I do this for everyone. It is my duty to unveil the truth, so I do not care if people suspect me.
Ah, beautiful! Your spirit of self-sacrifice is just too beautiful!
Where did he keep getting that
I
spotlight?
will also say this.
I've stopped asking
The crime
questions
took
about that
place
stuff.
between 8 and 10 o'clock at night, and I was at the gym during that time. But I was only there for about 5 minutes.
Why would you even say that, though? You're tying a noose around your neck, you know.
I don't care if it was 5 seconds. It's way too suspicious that you were alone in the gym. I think the cleaning lady here is the culprit. You killed Ryoma, didn't you?
Is too soon to tell. We should hear what everyone has to say, right?
Of course not. Wild accusations is how we roll.
That noise.
But Mew, you don't have an alibi for when the crime occurred either, do you?
Think I'm suspicious? I don't even know where the gym is.
Doesn't telling such obvious lies make you more suspicious, Mew?
The other two without alibis are Kaito and Maki. Let us hear your testimonies.
I was in my research lab the whole time. I didn't go to the gym.
But that cannot be proven, can it?
What about Kaito? Only murderers grow out creepy facial hair like mustaches and goatees.
What? My goatee's not creepy. It gives me a glamorous celebrity vibe.
Anyway, among those four, the culprit must be the one who doesn't have an alibi.
I apologize, but given the circumstances, we have no choice but to suspect you.
Suspect who? Who's the culprit?
Wait up! Why are you guys suspicious of me? I've been helping the whole time!
Oh, wait. I remember now. I do have an alibi.
You will see whether or not I am suspicious as the trial progresses.
I'm not
way
the
I'm the
culprit.
culprit!
Yeah. So this is basically the complication that they throw into mass panic debates. Just shoot the silencer at the lock to unlock that panel, and then you can refute whatever's in there if you want to.
I have an
was
alibi.
running away from Gonta.
What is your
Tried
alibi?
hiding in the classroom.
When I was running from
I even
Gonta,
tried hiding in the
others
girls'
were-
bathroom.
Things got a little heated to catch
Until
my
they
breath.
left with
Nothing else
Gonta.
perfect.
What's Monkey's
That was
alibi?
5
Then
minutes
right before
before 9
nighttime, I got tired and fell asleep.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.? Are you sure you did not stay at the gym?
No, in my own room. Jeez.
I have
only
an
I was
alone
alibi.
in the
running
gym
away
for
from
about-
Gonta.
What is your
Tried
alibi?
hiding in the
5
classroom.
When I was running from
I even
Gonta,
tried hiding in
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.?
I was in
Are
my
you
research
sure
lab
you
at
did
the
not stay at the gym?
No, in my own room. Jeez.
So you gotta really hammer at the white noise.
I have an alibi.
Yeah.
Did you leave the gym at 9 p.m.?
I was in
Are
my
you
research
sure? Jim?
Or we can just do that.
I heard it.
Yep.
Here's the flock thing. It doesn't matter because you can actually do it beforehand.
Yep.
Kokichi's story proves it.
I imagine that will not necessarily always be the case.
Yes, they're gonna get a lot
No,
more trigger
almost
happy
certainly
with the
not.
locks. But at least
Yeah.
for this particular one, I got lucky with when I stopped it.
Kokichi met Kirumi at 9 p.m., and they were together until nighttime.
Gonta went to the gym to catch Himiko and Angie 5 minutes before 9 o'clock. After I left Gonta's lab, I ran into Kirumi. I'm pretty sure Kirumi stayed at the gym 5 minutes till 9 o'clock.
This information could have been told to us beforehand.
Sorry, forgot. I definitely didn't keep it a secret to make the trial more interesting.
Forgot? It seems far more plausible that
Yep.
you're telling another lie.
Big, strong Byakuya energy without having any redeemable
Unlike
features.
robots, we meatbags can't pull out our memories from our hard drive.
Was that supposed to offend me? Your irrationality fills me with pity.
If I am the culprit, that would mean I killed Ryoma within 5 minutes, transported him to the gym, and hid him in the piranha tank. This seems highly unlikely.
If you called Ryoma out to the gym and killed him there, you wouldn't need to move him. All you would have to do is hide him in the piranha tank.
Gonta was in the midst of heading to the gym to capture Angie. Are you claiming I took advantage of that and called Ryoma for a rendezvous at the gym?
That'd be pretty difficult. We should probably look at other possibilities.
Maybe someone snuck into the gym while Kirumi and I were busy talking.
The only ones capable of that are the other three with no alibis.
Mew, Kaito, and Maki!
but there's actually one person we can rule out of the suspects list.
Right? There's one person who's totally not suspicious. Say who it is already.
This is a weird piece of information that came up that now comes up in the trial.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's Miyu.
Yes, it is.
You are correct.
That's it.
Because wasn't she in various states of undress?
Talking about Mew, right?
Or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mew?
Yes, because she used
Yeah,
her
you can
womanly
take her off the
powers
list.
to get
She
away from
actually has an
Gonta.
alibi.
Yeah.
Booyah! Suck it, nerds!
Wait a sec.
Peachy seems
when does she have
disappointed.
an alibi?
If you compare everyone's statements, there's no other possibility.
A girl walking around half naked.
Who else could it be but the horny exhibitionist Mew?
We can't just jump to conclusions like that. He just saw a shadow, right? That could have been anyone walking around in women's underwear, even me.
That'd be a whole different issue.
No, it's Mew, without a doubt. Mew and Gonta's statements prove it.
I see. It sounds like Gonta got an eyeful,
What? Why the heck were you in your underwear, Mew? Oh, well, 'cause, you know, I'm pretty stacked, so... I figured I'd take my clothes off so Gonta would be too flustered to touch me. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, you cockroaches! Anyway, I think the blood rushed to both of Gonta's heads because he got super embarrassed.
Mew was in her underwear, and Gonta got weird feeling. So Gonta ran away.
Well, when you got the body of a goddess, it's only natural to want to flaunt it. I show my panties to the boys all the time. And I mean all the time. So you're welcome, Gonta. Think of me during your next tug session.
He has no idea what you're
Most of that
referring
was
to.
unintelligible nonsense, but it would seem that Mew has an actual alibi.
Yep, it took a while, but at least we got everyone's alibis cleared up. We should remember all of this in case we need to recall these events again.
That leaves Kaito and Maki as the only ones with no alibis.
Then one of them must be the culprit. But which one, I wonder? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch the culprit by its...
Hold up! Don't decide just yet!
Maybe we should determine the sequence of events. The culprit
No, we should do something more fun. And I have the perfect idea.
Like a war?
We narrowed it down to 2 people, and one of those 2 is the culprit, right? Since we don't have to randomly accuse each other, finding the truth just got much easier. So let's find the truth with a more effective method.
And what is this effective method?
Murderer
If
says
one
what?
of them is the culprit, then the innocent one should know who the guilty one is. Yeah? Because if you know you're not the culprit, then you can just accuse the other person.
Yes, that is true.
Which means there is one person among us who definitely knows who the culprit is. To that someone who knows, do your best to convince us.
And the culprit
Work
definitely
harder.
know who the culprit is.
Yeah,
True.
so technically it'd be 2.
Have the 2 argue for
This is,
their
of
innocence.
course, assuming that
That's how
their
we'll decide our culprit.
deductions as to who's left as a suspect is correct.
Even if we did that,
I mean, everyone else has an alibi, supposedly.
back and forth?
And...
Huh?
You guys talk about cooperation and teamwork, but you're all afraid. You're too scared to point your fingers at others, so you hide behind the word trust.
Rip to the rest of you, but
How
I'm
do you
built
expect
different.
to find the culprit when you're
Oh,
all
God.
worried about each other's feelings? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically.
Quit smelling your finger.
Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit! If we want to find the liar...
See, now I'm trying to figure out who I like least. This guy or Nagito?
No more
I'm gonna be honest with you.
All we need is for them to
Over
fight
the,
for their lives.
yeah, I was saying Nagito's
First an argument that's totally not
by
going, but
a fair
fine.
margin for me.
Yeah.
Over the course of like going through these class trials and like everything for Danganronpa V3,
Contradiction.
I really like Kokichi
We'll scare the culprit
as the scumbag he is.
That's how a true class trial works. Right, Monokuma?
A development like that would liven things up a bit.
Yep, I totes agree.
You're agreeing with Monokuma? Just whose side are you on?
I'm on your side. I don't want to die either, you know. That's why we need to take this seriously. Hot debate to smoke out the liar.
It does help that his voice actor is just selling the hell out of this.
If you guys need some
fair
help
enough.
getting started, I can give out the first topic.
Chickpea is neither a chick nor a pea. Discuss.
Our first topic is this. Ta-da!
The Cubs pad.
Not just any Cubs pad, but the one given to our latest victim, Ryoma. When we started investigating, I went straight to his room to borrow it.
So it wasn't the culprit who took the video from his room. It was you.
And the reason why I brought it out just for this occasion is... because one of these 2 had Ryoma's motive video. Dun dun dun!
One of these 2 had it?
I mean, we know it's not, you know.
And for us
him.
to figure that out, we need to know who this motive video belongs to. Take a guess, everyone. Whose motive video did Ryoma have?
There's only one goddamn answer. Because we've got Kaito's.
Well, I was gonna say,
Yep.
because say technically the third one is an option,
The
but
third one is an option.
Oh, how did you ever guess?
Yeah, but it seems like
yeah.
Kokichi wasn't asking that question blindly. He already watched it and knew it.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Process of elimination wins again.
No, it's not
Obvious answer was
really
Maki,
an
right?
actual option.
Is that true, Shuichi?
Yes, you're right.
And what about that? Just because Ryoma had my motive video, that doesn't make me the culprit.
Finally, you said something! This is how a debate should be. I only brought up the motive video to make you talk.
Excuse me?
Okay, now that we got the party rolling, let's get you and Kaito ready to argue. Remember, if you're not the culprit, then that means the other one is. Got that? Let's start this extreme death debate. Tear up the other's lies,
Extreme
rip
death
each
debate?
other apart.
Wait just a minute.
Monokuma throws a spatula into the middle of the trial.
We don't need to debate who's a culprit.
Kill!
I'm not the culprit. That's for sure.
Sounds like something the culprit would say.
Which means...
Kaito, wait. Maybe Kokichi is wrong. Maybe he...
Maki isn't a culprit either.
Huh?
What?
He means you're like, what?
Huh? Really? You're saying neither of you are the culprit? Then what would be the point of this whole debate?
Who cares about that? All I know is that neither me or Maki are the culprit. It's just a hunch I've got.
Hunch? Are you being serious? You do know all our lives are on the line here, right? And you're betting our lives on just a hunch?
You don't get it. This isn't just any hunch. This is an official hunch from the Kaito Momota, Luminary of the Stars.
What?
Stop talking.
How illogical. This is even more difficult to comprehend than Kokichi's antics.
You're totally not serious. You can't be that stupid, right?
You can absolutely be that
No,
stupid.
He might actually be that stupid. You idiot!
A two-a-damned idiot!
Hey, don't call me an idiot! Anyway, me and Maki aren't the culprit. There's no doubt about it. I believe in Maki.
What?
You believe in her? But based on what?
Huh? I don't gotta base it on anything. No matter where the clues point. In the end, the only thing that matters is what I believe, right?
That's...
no.
That's not remotely how this works.
Whether I want to believe or not.
I mean, God bless your stupid shonen anime ass, but that's not how this works.
So, you do not have any evidence.
Of course not.
Only baseless conjecture.
But I totally get where he's coming from. Because I want to believe in Himiko, too.
Oh no, the worst person you know makes a point.
Wanting to believe
That's a
in
lie,
someone
she's
is
not
a
the worst
beautiful
person we
act,
know.
Yes.
No.
I was gonna say.
However, it is a sentiment.
Say
that has
there's
no
very
place.
easily at least
right
two-
there.
I was gonna say there's at least 2 or 3 other people in that room who are much worse than her.
It's okay to be idiot, as long as you believe in people.
And that's why Gonta's my favorite character.
Guys, I said don't call me an idiot. It really hurts my feelings.
I mean, he's my favorite living character of the group right now. That's not true. I really like Himiko. So, second favorite character of the group living currently.
Yeah, I'm still on. I don't actually like any of these
These people.
characters, but Oma is making an effort for it.
Yeah. Even the people playing the music have stopped and are looking at Kaido weird.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'll believe in Maki as well.
What?
That's our Kaido, right? Making us think with our hearts.
Oh, what that
You
organ is
too?
for.
How could the ultimate detective believe in someone without proof?
But there's no proof linking Maki or Kaido to this crime either. I believe in innocent until proven guilty. For now, they are innocent.
Unlike the
What?
actual
Right on,
Japanese justice
Shuichi.
system.
I knew I picked a good
Yeah.
sidekick.
You beat me to that.
And by the way, I might be the ultimate detective, but I'm in training. I told you that, didn't I? I'm just an apprentice, not a real detective.
It's not like they have a diploma for that.
How do you plan to get closer to the truth without
No, but
suspecting
I
either
mean-
of them? Unless you have evidence to the contrary, these
There
two
is
will
licensing
remain
for a
suspects.
lot of
So
it
I
at the
just
very
have to turn
least
it
if you're
around,
not,
right?
you know, an actual police detective. If you're like a private eye, you do still tend to have to get licensed or certified in some way.
It's not like
Yeah.
I owe that idiot a favor or anything just because he defended me. But that hopeless idiot may have encouraged me a bit.
Seriously, enough's enough! Stop calling me an idiot!
What are you trying to say, Maki?
I didn't want to say anything, but I can't stay silent forever. So I'll tell you.
Oh, tell us what?
I met up with Ryoma during nighttime yesterday.
With Ryoma? At nighttime?
So Ryoma was still alive at nighttime?
I thought the crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night.
But that's wrong, because I met up with Ryoma during nighttime.
If that's true, then we have no basis for suspecting only Kaito and Maki.
That's right. Everyone suspected them, because they have alibis for those times.
That means me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
No, you're still
No.
suspects.
It means you're
Fucking
all
around.
suspects.
You think I'm dumb enough to swallow that line of crap?
Yes, this seems too convenient.
But why did Maki wait until now to mention that?
It's totally obvious! Maki's so desperate that she has to lie.
Actually, the evidence does kind of point to that.
Class trial, intermission. I would like to make a save.
Now then.
saying?
Remember, intermission is time to not pay attention to the stream and go do whatever the hell you want to do.
Yeah, go get some snacks. Maybe a carbonated soda.
Carbonated soda.
Use the restroom if you need to.
I hope they have
the large tub.
I hope they have ices.
Now then.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Saying?
Also, the answer to that is we killed him.
No.
Another shocking truth revealed.
Back to square one.
Square one? If Square won, they wouldn't have got eaten by the competition.
After that terrible movie.
Wow! What does that mean?
It means he doesn't want to get involved in another pointless argument, like this one.
We shouldn't listen to anything Maki says. She's just gonna throw out more lies.
But if we don't ask her for more details, how will we know for sure?
I told you already, we don't need to. I hate liars. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Oh god, my pants are on fire. My pants. Oh wait.
Maki, just ignore that lying little degenerate. We'll listen to what you have to say.
That's complete nonsense. No one is wearing pants.
It must have been a little after midnight last night. He visited me at my research lab.
Pretty sure at least one of the characters is.
He wanted
I
me
mean,
to show
Gonto's
him
wearing
the motive
pants.
video that I received.
Motive video?
If Ryoma came to ask about that, does that mean you had his motive video?
As I recall, Ryoma had Maki's motive video, correct? Does this mean you and Ryoma received one another's motive video?
Maybe. I actually didn't check the one I got, so I wouldn't know.
Maki admitted earlier that she hadn't checked her Cubs pad.
Then why did Ryoma think that Maki had his motive video?
If he went around asking at random, he might have asked some people besides Maki.
He never asked me. He probably never asked you guys either, right?
Then, who was it that told Ryoma about his Cubs pad?
Well, yeah, and there's only one person who knows who's got who's bad.
Yep.
It's you!
That would be Kokichi. So, you saw the motive videos. Did you tell Ryoma that Maki had his?
When males get this quiet, they're either caught in a lie or thinking dirty thoughts.
What happened then, Maki? After Ryoma asked you for his motive video?
I told Ryoma just to take it from my room. I keep my room unlocked.
Wow, Maki, that's super careless. Aren't you scared someone might kill you in your sleep?
And then what happened?
I don't know what happened after that. I'm not even sure if he saw his motive video. When he asked me, he said that he would show me my motive video in return. But I wasn't interested, so I declined. And that's pretty much it.
So you don't even know if Ryoma saw his motive video? What a bunch of crap.
If Maki met with Ryoma at nighttime, that proves he was still alive then. Which means, even though we don't have alibis from 8 to 10, Maki and me aren't suspects.
No, that means you're
If
both still
that story
suspects.
is true.
It's true.
Then why did you wait until now to bring that up?
I didn't say anything until now because I wasn't in the mood to be suspected.
Suspected? What for?
Kirumi said it earlier. It seems that Ryoma and I had each other's motive videos. That's pretty fishy, right? So I didn't want to mention it to avoid suspicion.
You didn't say anything because you weren't in the mood?
It is quite selfish to keep this information hidden because you were not in the mood.
Well, whatever. Either way, let's just believe Maki.
Yes, yes! Those who believe shall be saved!
No, we need to wait. There is still more to confirm.
Well then, why don't we ask Kokichi?
Huh? What now?
You never answered my question. Were you the one who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video?
Is that really important?
Yes, it is important. Because if Kokichi told Ryoma, it becomes more likely that Ryoma visited Maki during nighttime.
I see. Kokichi's response may help corroborate Maki's testimony.
Now you understand why I don't want your charade. I want the truth.
Well, Kokichi, did you tell Ryoma?
You said it earlier. I don't want to die, right? If you really don't want to die, then you better tell us the truth.
Here comes the dramatic turnabout. Now I'm the one pressured by Maki. Okay, it's true. I told Ryoma.
Just as I thought.
But that's not a bad thing, right? He wanted to know, so I told him.
Have you seen everyone's motive video?
No, not yet. I was gonna wait until we hosted like a movie screening party. I just checked who had whose so I could give them back to everyone after.
I see.
Anyway, if Kokichi told Ryoma that, then he must have gone to see Maki. That means Maki's telling the truth. Ryoma was alive during nighttime.
No, we cannot be too sure about that yet. Even if Ryoma and Maki did meet, it does not mean it was during nighttime yesterday.
So you still suspect me?
I am saying it could still be a possibility. If there is still a small chance of you being the culprit, then I cannot trust you entirely. Because everyone's lives are at stake.
Then which is it? A lie or not lie?
She's not lying. Can't you tell just by looking at her?
If it was that easy, we'd be done by now. No, this is a world of lies and betrayal.
Himiko! It breaks my heart to hear you say depressing things!
I don't know. That makes a great
I
soundbite.
find Maki's testimony suspicious. It's far
He
too
makes a lot of really good
convenient
soundbites.
for her.
This is difficult to determine.
Maki is lying. Like I said before, a liar like me knows their own kind.
I'm not lying. I did meet up with Ryoma during nighttime. I'm telling the truth.
the game leading us a little bit here. More than a little bit.
A little.
Yep.
This is the lie point for the trial.
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place, then there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us. If you can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie!
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
Maki only see Ryoma at night? Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place...
Oops.
I was wrong!
I met with Ryoma.
That's, again, me not doing the controls right.
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Are you supposed to reverse the bullet or something?
I am, and that is what I did wrong.
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place...
Like that.
I'll reveal the truth.
It's a good thing I don't give a shit about my score at the end of this trial.
I might not be able to prove they met, but I can prove Maki wasn't alone.
Oh? Please explain.
Well, Kaito and I train together every night. And yesterday, because of the insect meet and greet, we started late. Huh? Ah, Kaito, don't worry. You don't have to say anything. Anyway, we were doing some frog squats on the school stairs when we heard two people talking.
People talking?
We knew one of them was Maki, but we couldn't pick out the other one. But now that I think about it, it must have been Ryoma.
What?
Yeah, maybe. That was probably around midnight.
Wait a minute! If you heard their voices, then that means...
So Ryoma and Maki did meet up.
No, hold up! Why'd you sit on that info for so long?
Because until just now, I didn't think it was relevant. I had no reason to bring it up.
Now, we don't know if Maki was really talking to Ryoma, right?
That is true. If I knew for certain, I would have said so sooner. But considering the circumstances, I can't imagine it being anyone but Ryoma. None of us were talking to Maki last night, correct? So it must have been him.
And nobody
dead
say
men
you
tell no
suddenly
tales.
remember talking to Maki. It's way too late for that.
And you two did not confirm who Maki was talking to at the time? If I overheard a conversation in the middle of the night, I surely would have checked. We are
Yes,
still
but that's
part of
'cause you're a
the killing
busybody.
game, after all.
Whoa, chill out. Why the scary face? That was my bad, but it's not really manly to eavesdrop, you know? I wouldn't do something so uncool.
Anyway, I know that we heard those voices. Maki is not lying.
Then Gonta will believe friends.
You're gonna believe him? Just like that? But Shuichi has no reason to lie.
Yes. If his lie leads us to the wrong culprit, he will join us in eternal sleep. Unless he
you
wishes
put
for
it like
death,
that?
we should be able to believe him.
If anything, that's
right.
better than he
You can
usually
believe
puts stuff.
Yeah, you're right. I'll believe him too. Belief shall set you free.
I'd be so surprised if Shuichi was a liar, especially after we believed him for so long. We wouldn't be able to trust anyone anymore. Well, it's not like he's lying anyway.
All right, that proves it then. Ryoma was still alive during nighttime. In other words, me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
No.
But I guess that means everyone's alibis no longer matter, yes?
So, everyone is culprit again?
So, we're right back where we started. What a pain.
However, it should be clear now that the crime occurred after nighttime began.
But then when was Ryoma's body placed inside the piranha tank?
Well, the gym is locked at nighttime, so it must have been the next morning, but...
That's not possible. Himiko and I were at the gym, remember?
So did we fuck up by thinking the body got stuffed into the piranha tank?
I don't think so. We have evidence to prove that's what happened.
Then when did the culprit throw the body into the piranha tank?
The only time they could have done it was during nighttime, huh?
Did you forget the gym's not open at nighttime, dick cheese?
Dick cheese?
But that's the only possibility, because by morning we were already at the gym.
It may be possible they slipped by without you noticing.
No one can slip by me. I'm known far and wide as the snoozing sorceress.
That kind of confirms the opposite.
Title for a guard.
Are you positive that you did not see it? You cannot enter the gym at nighttime.
Himiko would have seen it. She might strike out, but she always keeps her eye on the ball.
I don't even play baseball.
But
That's
we
the best
can't
response to
disobey
that, honestly.
school rules, right? The body was probably moved in the morning.
Calm down, everyone! Going to sure if we discuss disagreement.
I see through your arguments. Disagreement? What? A disagreement? You mean you're split down the middle again? Then, the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds! Yippee! We've been waiting for this!
Jeez, we gotta do that whole crazy thing again?
Look, we spent good money on the more phenomenal trial grounds, and we're, by God, gonna use them.
I made this thing, I'm gonna get as much use out of it as possible.
When you own hover trial sections, you use hover trial sections. You find reasons to use hover trial sections.
When every problem looks like a nail, you use hover trial sections.
Yes.
Especially then.
Whee!
There needs to be a robot dragon at the top of those stairs.
Did Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
Angie!
I was in front of the gym with the others, before the announcement.
Is it not possible you simply missed the culprit? Himiko!
We were right in front of the door. There's no way we could have missed them.
Remember, the rules state that you can't enter the gym at night.
Kaito!
Rules probably don't apply to corpses, you know.
The piranha tank is too far from the gym's entrance.
I got this!
You might be able to reach the tank from the window above the stage.
But pool next to gym also off limits at night.
Maki!
Entering the pool at night's what's off limits, not the pool area itself.
But should we trust Maki's testimony in the first place?
Tenko!
It's okay, because we have Shuichi's testimony too.
Bad buttons!
This is our answer.
It's true that you cannot enter the gym at nighttime, but a corpse could. I am positive that the window was how the culprit moved the body.
That window's higher than the piranha tank, and it's pretty close by. Curtains might have been closed, but the window was open the whole investigation.
That means it was certainly possible to put the body in the piranha tank from the window.
However, I'm also positive the pane dividing the piranha tank was set up beforehand.
That certainly couldn't be tossed in. It would need to be placed carefully.
Even if the culprit were to throw the body from outside the window, the window is far too high. It cannot be reached from the floor.
Ryoma was small. Gonta could have chucked him easy.
Well, that is true.
Yes, but Gonta wouldn't do that. Gentlemen not chuck dead bodies.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Being a gentleman has nothing to do with it.
I know! They used the ladder in the gym! You tested it out while you were investigating, Shuichi. That ladder reached the window, right? So the culprit just needed to put the body through the window to pull it off, right?
Let's see, the ladder doesn't reach the
That's it.
window.
The only reason the ladder reached the window was because it was on the stage. If you used the ladder on the pool side, it would not quite make it. The ladder could barely reach the window when it was on the stage. And there is nothing on the pool side of the gym as tall as the stage. Finally, the ladder was found in the gym, correct? If the culprit used the ladder on the pool side, we wouldn't have found it in the gym.
And they couldn't have thrown the ladder back through the window because it's too heavy. Then Gonta used his hard strength to throw the ladder or the body or something.
Gentlemen not throw dead bodies or ladders.
The body could not have been thrown into the piranha tank to begin with. It would need to be placed carefully to prevent the glass pane from shifting.
Got it, Musclehead? Even if we injected tons of steroids into you, it'd be impossible!
Sorry, you're right.
You didn't need to apologize, Gonta.
How the culprit moved the body from the window. Ha! You guys don't even know that? What a bunch of dimwits.
Do you have the answer then?
But of course. Tell him, Shuichi. Blow them all away with the truth.
I actually don't know that yet.
What?
The culprit definitely moved the body through the window, but I don't know how.
I haven't played Hangman's Gambit yet.
Serves you right. You just made a fool out of yourself after acting all high and mighty. Dudes just need to shut up and take their licks.
What are we gonna do, Shuichi? We gotta figure this out or we're done for. Hey, you gotta do something, Shuichi.
I mean, so sure of it. Why don't you
I have
tell
to
us?
do something, but
I don't think it really matters how the body got into the piranha tank.
Gonta thinks it matter. We won't know culprit's trick unless we figure out.
We're getting sidetracked. It doesn't matter how it was done, just who did it. We shouldn't focus on where we found the body. Instead, we need to focus on where he was killed.
Where he was killed?
Wouldn't it be more efficient if we focused on the murder scene instead?
yes, that's it. We were so caught up in where the body was found, when we should have been thinking about where the murder occurred.
The murder scene would definitely have more clues about the culprit. Why didn't anyone realize this yet? That's strange.
Perhaps the culprit steered the conversation away from that topic.
Then, culprit is someone in this room.
No shit, Gonta.
Won't everyone?
I mean, he was raised by wolves. I don't expect him to be,
Well then,
that
let's
brilliant.
discuss the crime scene to figure out who the culprit is.
That's not a bad idea for a robot. The last time I heard such a good idea was when Nino told me to move in with her under the bridge to get out of the cold.
Himikawa under the bridge?
Thank you, Maki. That was a helpful insight.
I can't believe you didn't notice that. I guess that's why you're still an apprentice. First, let's establish the crime scene.
Wasn't it the dorm room? Ryoma was relaxing in his room when he got attacked.
But the cause of death was drowning. There is nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
He's got a toilet,
That's
doesn't
not
he?
true.
Drown in toilets?
No, that is
Impossible.
true, but
We should consider places where water is stored.
The only place that fits is the pool. Even if you use magic, there's no other way.
Well, it must be the pool then.
Nah, that little turd drowned in the toilet.
Shut your mouth, you noisy sow.
Whoever just said this is difficult to watch. Thank you.
it was a collective statement. It was literally
Let's
everyone
establish
else.
the crime scene.
There's nothing in his room that can collect enough water.
Drowned in toilets? Impossible!
We should consider places where water is stored.
And I could do that.
The only place that fits is the pool.
That's wrong!
The pool could not have been the scene of the murder. Ryoma was killed at nighttime. No swimming is allowed at nighttime, so a living person could not have gone in.
Yep, a dead body is fine because it's just an object. But if a living person entered the pool, I think I might cry.
Cry as loud as you want. I'll cry with you. We can spend the night together crying. In the morning after, I'll write goodbye on your mirror in lipstick before I quietly leave.
Only after you leave do I realize how much you really mean to me.
Quit being so gloomy. This is the year of the Jets. Fuck the Patriots.
I feel like I just had a stroke.
We can conclude it's
Yeah, I'm about to say.
drowned in the pool.
The worst person you know did just make a good point,
Where
though.
was Ryoma
Fuck the
killed?
Patriots.
Yeah, okay,
Is
yes.
there other place where water can be stored?
Well, yeah, we actually have, like, 2 different things that show us where, but...
Yeah.
This is it!
What I have to be referring to here is the sink.
The sink in Ryoma's lab. There were distinct scratch marks on it.
Scratch marks on the sink?
And I believe those scratches were caused by... This is it! The handcuffs. They were scratched as well, correct?
Well, yeah. Sort of looked like they'd been scraped against something.
There's also the fact that...
If only he used them to write the name of his killer upside down. And we'd still be confused.
The marks on the sink came from the handcuffs in the same room.
11037. What does it mean?
The size and shape of the scratches are consistent.
It'd be actually even funnier if it did.
I'm sure.
How did those handcuffs get from the lab to the water tank?
Because Ryoma was wearing them, right?
Yes, though they were only visible for a brief moment when Ryoma appeared in the tank. I am certain he was wearing the handcuffs at the time.
The handcuffs were left after the piranhas devoured Ryoma.
So, the culprit handcuffed Ryoma and drowned him in his lab sink.
Ryoma must have been pretty yummy. They chomped up his entire body. Arms, legs, brain.
Saying disgusting things. I don't want to hear it.
That crunchy texture with the fatty parts just right. Then when they bite down, it gushes.
Stop! Please stop!
But how did culprit handcuff Ryoma? He could have used Shikuchi method to get away, unless someone ambushed him?
It's possible they knocked him out before handcuffing him. Though there's no way we can be sure, now that he's not but bones.
I doubt he was ambushed. I'm pretty sure the culprit got Ryoma by... whoops. Don't pay attention to little old me. I'm just talking to myself.
When you talk to yourself, pretend you're eating and chew with your mouth closed. Otherwise, you'll get a mouthful of peanut butter squid. It's so disgusting you'll laugh.
Well, that stroke's back.
So we all agree Ryoma was drowned in the sink in his lab, right?
I feel that should have been translated better.
That That sink could have held enough water to do it.
No, that's probably a nerdy reference we just aren't getting because we haven't seen whatever it is.
Probably.
She's our pop culture reference character for Danganronpa 3.
But how did the culprit carry his body to the gym from there? Isn't Ryoma's lab on the
It's why it doesn't translate very well.
It's actually not far at all. Although, perhaps it's more accurate to say there's a shortcut.
Was there a shortcut?
Well, they used that.
There!
Yeah.
The shortcut is the window in Ryoma's lab.
The window?
That's right. None of the windows in this school open. Except the one in Ryoma's lab. And on top
And the
of that,
one in the gym.
the window faced the pool. You could see the gym straight across.
Do you think the culprit dropped Ryoma's body into the pool area from the lab window? Then they could have thrown the body into the piranha tank through the gym window. How's that? Mission complete!
Your explanation contradicts some things we discussed earlier. The gym window was too high to reach from the poolside, even if one used the ladder.
That's right! I apologize! I must go on a journey to reflect on this!
We keep hitting dead ends, since we don't know how the body was thrown into the gym.
Well, that didn't really give us any info about the crime.
Huh. Well, you know, this case is becoming clearer.
Oh no.
There's still a lot of problems with how they got the body from Ryoma's room to the gym. Oh man.
Here we go again.
I gotta figure this out. Man, I wish I was playing Crazy Taxi right now.
Yeah.
Oh my
Ike Taxi, you fool. Do you want to get sued?
So yes, we pick up letter cubes to complete the sentence, then we pick up the hooker that has the right answer.
Doesn't have the hot coffee mod.
I wish I was joking about this!
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, the people we pick up in this are escorts.
Well, okay then.
Danganronpa.
General veneer of tastelessness.
One. Taxi.
They seriously give us 7 minutes to do this?
Uh-huh. To be fair, there's 3 questions. This is the replacement for the snowboarding.
Oh boy, thinking time.
It's thinking time.
Yep.
Just get that out.
Yep. Next question.
Angie's on these billboards.
Good time.
Oh, now I start getting the obstacles.
Ah.
Make this marginally more difficult.
Ah. Full time.
Yep.
Yeah, we do always have our focus gauge, just like every other trial minigame.
Missed the Monokuma. It was back there.
Ah.
Oh well.
You were dead silent for like 3 minutes and just making vroom vroom noises.
Ryoma's body was moved directly from his lab to the gym.
It's okay. I got the
Exactly. Don't tell me they
I
grew
hope
up plotting from window to window. I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball, you know.
No, that is exactly like tossing a baseball.
11037. What could it mean?
What do you mean another way? There's no other way to move it.
I like to,
There's several.
in a way.
You like to move it?
I like to move it.
Huh? Equipment?
With this equipment, they can connect the two windows and move the body to the gym.
Oh, that's this rope.
There! The rope found behind the gym stage could have been used to connect the windows.
Oh, there was a mysterious mystery about that rope that only Atua can reveal. What
Or, you know, us.
mystery? During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage. But the next morning, the rope had been moved backstage for some reason. It's a mysterious mystery. Only Atua knows the answer.
So, during nighttime, someone used the rope, then threw it into the gym window?
So they did use the rope. That's how they bridged the distance between both windows.
Is the rope long enough to reach both windows?
No.
The rope is roughly 65 feet in length. As for the distance between the windows, according to the sign of the pool, the width of the pool is roughly 35 feet. And
and the distance from the edges of the pool to the windows is an additional 16 feet. Altogether, the sum total length from one window to the other is roughly 50 feet.
And pool is only thing between research lab and gym windows.
You bet it's long enough. That's what she said. Wait, who said that?
Okay,
Even if
I
the
wasn't
rope
expecting
was
that
long
response.
enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows?
Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another.
If the windows were closer together, then they could toss the rope across. But they're not.
No, going to think it would work. Just need one more rope.
Another rope. There was only one, though.
Oh, then it impossible. Sorry.
This is it! The tennis net cable from Ryoma's lab could serve as a rope.
How long is it?
About 50 feet or so. But how do they use it?
Okay, so. First, culprit hang rope outside of one window. Then, culprit move to other side. And tie cable to other window. Then, after tying to each window, culprit tie rope and cable together. That how culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
Wow! That's amazing, Gonta! You're so knowledgeable.
It's nothing. Going to use ropes a lot when looking for bugs.
Even if they did connect the windows with a rope, they can't carry a body on just that.
Eureka! I got it! Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration.
I'm pretty sure he
But
never
in
said
my
that.
case, it's 100% inspiration!
We get it. Just tell us already.
They handcuffed the body to the rope and slid it from one window to the other, like Tarzan!
The body would reach the gym window, but it wouldn't land in the piranha tank. Stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your dirty mouth.
Tarzan?
Okay. That one got
Also
me.
had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh?
That is not feasible with just one rope.
Maybe the rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used.
Well, anyway, it would have been pretty difficult to get that body in the piranha tank. We wouldn't just throw it. The trick was a super crucial part of the culprit's plan. The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands. But is there really a way to do that?
Kokichi, are you hinting at something?
Huh? Hint? What hint? Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints.
Alright. I guess it's time to pull out my flashlight and do spooky flashlight shadows.
All right, Shuichi. The stage is finally set.
What?
Listen up. Do a good job here, and I'll be able to put an end to this trial. It all starts with you. You be the opening act, and I'll be the main event. And then together, we're gonna save everyone.
Together?
You got this. After all, you are my sidekick. I believe in you, so I'm gonna leave the rest to you.
Yeah.
Alright, I was wrong. First pep talk, then flashlight tag.
Yes, that's it. The culprit used something like a ropeway to move the body.
A ropeway, huh? Are you sure about that? Wow, you got drain damage or something? You'd need some kind of vessel to use on a ropeway, and we don't have that!
Oh man. Getting called out by me was really harsh. I guess I'm gonna have to use a pickaxe to excavate things from my mind.
Aw.
Time to get that mental pickaxe a-swinging. It's a good thing I like Minecraft so much. Yeah. So yeah, this is a sort of timed puzzle game. Aha.
I see, so you're basically trying to create big sections so it takes less moves.
Yeah.
Well, not only so it takes less moves, but also, yeah, if you hit a single piece, then you lose 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And there's no way not to hit single pieces at the moment, so...
It is possible to remove all the pieces on the board the way they're laid out. This is not a random assortment of tiles. So if you were methodical about it and, like, thought it through and good at that kind of puzzle, you could just remove all the pieces and then choose what you want from the pictures.
The inner tube?
That being said, even on hard mode, they give you enough time where if you found the object you're looking for, you can then just carve around it and reveal it.
Yeah.
Maybe the rope was originally tied on both sides. The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows. And because the third floor window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along. The inner tube is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported 2 people. The culprit used the ropes and the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway.
And then, while doing this, something broke, because I seriously doubt this works.
Once through the gym,
Ignoring that,
the culprit stood on the inner tube to move the body. Either
And
that, or the
I'm not
culprit
sure why
placed
you
their
think it
foot on
wouldn't
the
work.
windowsill.
can that inner tube really stand up to that type of use?
Corpse more carefully.
Apparently.
Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene.
I'd love to find one that would.
Well, when you put it like that, it certainly sounds possible. But wow, a ropeway!
You say the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against school rules? It would count as entering the gym, would it not?
Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay. Sticking your body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill is...
Wait, who asked you last time?
Eh?
It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan.
Oh, shit!
Way to put your foot in your mouth.
His foot! Monosuke just unhinged his jaw and swallowed his entire leg!
Cut it out! I can't write this off as a joke if you two keep freaking out about it.
Then your little slip-up is actually the truth!
Pops?
Uh-oh! Daddy's mad at you now!
Huh?
Don't look at me. This is what you get for acting like a big shot all the time.
Stop. Do not bully Monosuke.
Huh?
No more blaming each other. Everybody makes mistakes. Right now, you're on the... I want us all to get along.
Monodam's right!
Monosuke, you better thank Monodam. Less attitude and more gratitude. Got it?
Man, the trial was just getting fun. Why you gotta ruin it with that slip-up? But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
So
culprit really I mean, about who the killer was.
Body?
About who the killer was? No. About how it actually happened? Yes.
They used the ropeway to move with the body from window to window.
Basically, it confirms that theory. Or helps confirm that theory.
Some crazy-ass shit! But if the mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away?
Not necessarily. All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway. Then, after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side. Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step.
I see! The rope was thrown from the window! That's why we found it there!
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool.
Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumbered.
But if the culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
I believe that was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. When the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
They don't like water.
That's it! Even if they wanted to get it, they couldn't, because this took place at nighttime.
I see. They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in that pool is so low. Even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope, the steep angle the rope would be at would make it nigh impossible.
It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work.
Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water's still too low to drag tube in.
Sounds like a lot of work. I can see why they just left it there.
Yeah, it would take too long. And they would have been busted if someone saw them. Ha! What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it? Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur.
No, actually. Save for that one mistake, this was the perfect crime.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us. Well, I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Shut up.
Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough. Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a ropeway. Ah, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
What are you, stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
Now, we just need to figure out who the culprit is.
But of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise.
So, who is it?
Looks like it's time for me to start the main event. But my sidekick here is on a roll right now, so I'll let him take this one. Ah, okay.
You're just pushing everything onto Shuichi because you don't know yourself.
Well, Shuichi, do you already know who the culprit is?
Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again? Come on, man, there's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick. I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats.
You
A little extreme, but okay.
Detective skills? That's right. I'm gonna leave it all to you, Shuichi.
Remember, the last person who believed in the detective skills was the culprit. Surely they wouldn't do that twice.
On the one hand, that would be stupid.
On the other hand, this is Danganronpa.
On the other hand, it's Shuichi, and it's continuously our character is the killer.
Really?
It has to be you.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah,
just
it had to
changes
be-
your-
It had to be somebody who
Kirumi
was
is the
helping set
prime
up the
suspect.
magic show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Kirumi?
Oh, so Kirumi is the culprit.
That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first.
Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me. If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
The wrong choice?
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision? I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake. I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
This is another lie point, by the way, where we could lie to get something out of it.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta. I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. You do have no alibi, do you? An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one. I have evidence that proves you're the culprit! Do you think we would fall for such nonsense? The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled
Enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
That's wrong!
No. The only person who could have prepared this murder is Kirumi.
The alternate way through that is to turn the alibis for yesterday into my alibi for yesterday, and shoot, most of us don't have.
Before the culprit could put the body into the tank, several steps needed to be taken.
Like tying the rope to the gym window and putting a partition in the piranha tank.
That's right. Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window, but that required preparation. That could only have been done when Kirumi was by herself in the gym before nighttime.
But Kirumi was alone in the gym for only, like, 5 minutes.
Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up. Enough time to tie the rope on the window frame and put the pain in the piranha tank.
This is my selfless devotion. While I do understand where you are coming from, I assure you this is just a part of your petty imagination. An empty theory created from nihilism.
What?
Or swordplay.
Yep.
If it were solely the rope and partition, I suppose 5 minutes might be enough time. I accept that. However, the crux of your argument is not but a guess. You continue to force the facts to conform to your misguided. When you consider that the crux of your argument is faulty, your entire case falls apart.
What do you mean by crux of the argument? How is it just a guess?
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
I'll cut through your words!
I have evidence. The abrasions left on the window frames at the gym and the lab.
Were those scratches from when the rope was tied to the window frame?
Just tying the rope to the frame wouldn't cause so much damage. The rope that was tied to the frames must have been weighed down significantly. The frames didn't break,
but they were left with distinct marks.
Those scratches are proof that you used a rope to carry the body to the windowsill.
Oh? What's wrong, Kirumi? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? Hey, 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 hey!
Is Kirumi quiet because that's what happened?
Please answer us, Kirumi. Shuichi is doing this for your sake.
If it is for my sake, then it would be much easier to forfeit. But I cannot allow that, because I must do this for everyone! I have a duty and a responsibility. I must serve everyone and protect them. So I refuse to surrender. They won't forgive me if I do.
Hey, Kirumi, who exactly is this everyone you're talking about? I've just got a weird feeling about this. When you said everyone, it felt like you weren't talking about us. It felt like you were talking about someone who isn't here.
Someone who isn't here?
Someone outside of the academy?
Hey, do you think Kirumi saw her own motive video?
Huh? The motive video?
You saw your important someone in danger, so you committed murder, right?
Is that true?
I am so sorry for making such a mess. Because of that, I made all of you assume something unnecessary.
Unnecessary?
You saying I'm wrong? This everyone you're talking about?
It is all of you, of course.
Really? Do you swear to a tour?
Yes, really. So please believe me, I am not the culprit. I do not care what becomes of me, but I will not allow any of you to die. Because I made a promise to Kaede. She wished for all of us to escape together. I want to fulfill my duties as the ultimate maid. I wish to serve everyone. So please believe me. You have to!
Kirumi!
Are we totally sure Kirumi's the culprit? Maybe it's someone else. Are we sure Kokichi isn't the culprit?
How rude.
Gonta just can't believe Kirumi would kill Ryoma.
Kirumi's breakfasts were the best. She always treated us so well. She really is like a mom.
Perhaps it was after she gained our trust that she saw her chance to strike.
You really are screwed up.
Screwed up from head to toe. Even through your clothes, I can tell.
Shuichi, please reconsider suspecting me as the culprit. You only suspect me because I was at the gym during nighttime yesterday, correct? But you cannot accuse me of being the culprit with that insufficient proof. It is still possible for Maki and Kaito to have gone to the gym. They do not have alibis. They could have pretended to help Himiko, but secretly prepared the murder.
When you put it that way, it does seem possible.
We can't accuse Kirumi just based on our alibis.
Guys, maybe suspecting Kirumi is wrong.
Yeah, maybe we should think it over one more time.
I made a promise. As the ultimate detective, I made a promise to seek the truth. I made a promise to Kaede, so I'm not turning back now.
So you still believe I am the culprit? But there is no evidence to indicate that I am—
No, there is. I have proof that you're the culprit. I realized it when we determined that the ropeway was used to move the body. If it was indeed Kirumi who moved the body with a makeshift ropeway, then the final clue falls into place.
The final clue?
The damning evidence that proves Kirumi is the culprit.
Shuichi, won't you please tell me why you are so desperate to pin me as the culprit? Don't you want to protect everyone?
I'm doing this because I want to protect everyone. Shuichi.
Then you're wrong. Your deduction is all wrong.
Your words aren't going to convince me now. Not when I know the truth.
All you care about is your own reasoning. You don't even listen to others.
Have you listened to the others?
I can't bet everyone's
I was gonna
lives
say.
on a deduction made by a self-righteous brat.
Listening is not anyone's strong point in
You
this room.
can't save anyone!
Yeah, so the minute you find out that the pool is the hotbed for most of the evidence, there's only one other piece of evidence that we found in the pool.
This is it!
Yeah.
The piece of black fabric in the pool. That's the final clue that proves you're guilty.
I'm pretty sure that's how you're supposed to know to point to Kurumi in the first place, apart from that, the fact that nobody else who was helping with the stuff in the gym has that strong of a connection to any of the other clues you found.
Yeah.
It's an important piece of the puzzle.
I don't know, there's something about this game compared to the others where it
Because,
feels a
like
lot
the
of the
other two,
stuff was just
It's
half-assed.
evidence the culprit couldn't
I know, yeah.
dispose of.
Huh? Why not?
Using the ropeway, you could slide the inner tube from the lab to the gym.
This is mostly
But
okay,
how would you
ignoring
control it?
the structural integrity of that inner tube aside.
Yeah. It does not help that the fact that they
It's-
make you lie as part of it. I'm not a huge fan of that so far.
I'm okay with it actually. It's the idea of getting more of the psychological element into it or something in that effect. I wish the evidence here was stronger. That was Kurumi, honestly.
So what?
Yeah.
You're still wrong. Your logic is flawed.
Kirumi, why are you becoming increasingly erratic?
There is such absolute beauty in trying to fight against the truth.
What truth? That black cloth is just trash. You can't prove I'm the culprit with just that.
No, it's not just trash. It's proof that you're the culprit.
I see now that I can't convince her or the group with my words alone. It's time for Saucy Dance Battle!
You are incorrect.
I guess this is maid night.
That is just your empty deduction. You continue to confuse everyone. You are incorrect. What is this truth? That is just your empty deduction. You continue to confuse everyone. In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone might die. In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone might die. In this class trial, I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. You only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. You only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. What does that piece of trash prove?
It ends here.
Well, that was the
The
thing.
piece of fabric came from Kirumi's black glove.
Kirumi's glove?
If the culprit were slowing their descent by grabbing the rope with their hands, there would have been a lot of friction, easily enough to cause rope burn. But our culprit was smart. They weren't burned because they weren't barehanded. Yeah, the culprit had gloves on. One got all torn up from the friction
And it fell into pool?
From what I remember, the only one who wears black gloves is Kirumi, right?
And no one could have possibly
The
worn
gloves on your
besides
hands
her
now.
during this.
I take it they're from your dorm?
The extra uniforms in our rooms are made of the same material we're wearing now. We can test my theory by comparing the fabric scrap with your glove.
Well, Kirumi? Will you allow us to compare the black fabric we found in the pool with your gloves?
Huh? What's the matter? Why are you sweating so much?
Kirumi, what's wrong?
So I'm gonna say, this trial itself was not that bad shit. We got introduced to a couple of weird mini games, whatever. We pretty much knew this one start to finish from the moment we started it, because it was pretty easy to figure out, with the exception of tying it to a specific person. Most of the juicy stuff that happens in Class Trial 2 happens in the post-trial.
Ah.
I will show you the truth.
But first, we have to show them the truth, in manga panel form.
While you're doing that, I'll be right back.
Yep. This is your time to,
I'm back.
Welcome back.
This is the truth of the case. The victim's body was found this morning during Himiko's underwater escape act. When we saw the piranhas in the tank, we thought that Himiko's escape failed. Of course, it was all part of the act. Himiko's escape went perfectly. But when Angie opened the curtain in front of the tank, we saw Ryoma with piranhas swarming around him. Before any of us could react, the piranhas devoured Ryoma's body. And all that was left were his bones and the handcuffs he was wearing. That horrifying sight was the finishing touch on the culprit's own twisted magic trick. The culprit obfuscated the time and place of the murder, implicating Himiko in the process. In truth, the crime began last night around 8:55 p.m. While preparing for the show in the gym, the culprit had a chance to be alone. It was then that the culprit used the ladder to reach the piranha tank. And removed the glass lid to put inside the tank. They used it as a partition to force the piranhas to one side of the tank. Next, the culprit took the rope from the stage wing in the gym. And used the ladder once more, this time to climb up to the gym's window. Once there, they opened the window and tied one end of the rope to the window frame. The rope was then thrown out the window toward the pool. These preparations were key for the culprit's elaborate plan. At nighttime, past midnight, the culprit asked Ryoma to meet at his lab. All the pieces were in place. The culprit was ready to murder. First, the culprit knocked Ryoma out, probably striking him from behind. Then, they put the handcuffs from the shower room on Ryoma's wrists. And shoved his head into the sink filled with water. from the water and the pain of drowning, Ryoma should have woken up and struggled. The culprit anticipated his resistance, which is why Ryoma was handcuffed. The struggle left scrapes on the cuffs and sink, but in the end, Ryoma succumbed. Ryoma was dead, but the culprit's plan had only just begun. They removed the cable from the tennis net and hung it from the window facing the pool. And then, at the pool, they connected the wire and the rope from the gym window. They returned to the lab after picking up one last thing. The rubber inner tube that was in the pool's tool shed. Once back in the lab, the culprit pulled the cable, bringing up the rope. They pulled until the rope was taut, then tied it to the lab's window frame. And thus, the gym and the lab windows were connected by a single rope. After making a hanger of sorts with another length of rope tied to the inner tube, they hung the inner tube on the rope connecting the windows. That's how the culprit created the ropeway that was used to move the body. An impressive premeditated murder, but the culprit made two crucial mistakes. The culprit got on the inner tube with Ryoma's body and slid toward the gym. With the height difference between the windows, they would have built up quite some speed. To avoid crashing through the window, the culprit used a brake. They used their own hand to grip the rope and slow down. That would have caused significant rope burn had the culprit not been wearing gloves. But due to the friction, part of a glove tore off and dropped in the pool. Regardless, the culprit reached the window and put Ryoma's body into the piranha tank. The glass pane not only kept the piranhas and the body separated, it also kept the piranhas so close together, they concealed the body. After that, all the culprit had to do was untie the rope and the inner tube. But that's when they made their second mistake. One end of the rope came loose, and the inner tube dropped into the pool. Thus, the culprit was forced to leave two key pieces of evidence, the fabric and the inner tube. They couldn't retrieve the evidence because of the rule against swimming at nighttime. And that's the whole story. Am I wrong, Kirumi Tojo? The ultimate maid? Kirumi, that's the conclusion I reached. Do you have any objections?
This is very, very unfortunate, Shuichi. My pride as a maid demands that I fulfill every request that I receive. But to end like this...
Does that mean you admit it?
Hirumi.
Why use your own gloves, though? The warehouse should have had plenty.
There weren't any. Obviously, she would have used them if they were available. Jeez, Monokuma provided everything but the gloves. That's pretty sadistic. But thanks to him, at least the game became way more interesting.
So, it's decided.
This case was decided the moment someone, who shall not be named, opened their big mouth.
But we don't know that. Maybe the real culprit is someone nobody expects.
That is right. No need to worry.
Oh, Monodam, you're like a mommy taking care of her sick child.
All right, let's go! The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless finally face off! It's voting time!
Obviously, Kaede.
Yep, Kaede did it.
Well, yeah. She got found guilty and therefore left this killer alive, and thus it's her fault.
Yep.
Because she didn't take the first killer or the first kill free leave, this continued on to this point, and thus this kill wouldn't have happened.
I mean, we still haven't found out why she did it.
Oh, I'm gonna guess it's something dumb.
Also, somebody voted for Shuichi.
Wonder who that was.
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
You got an A.
Hooray!
Oh my!
Ah! Thank goodness.
You gotta be kidding me!
Yeah.
Wait!
No way.
Yoo-hoo! The truth is,
Hey!
Damn it.
Say.
How?
No.
What?
Um...
What's wrong?
I do not agree.
Damn.
Please!
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
With it.
Get on with it!
Understood. I shall take that request.
Well, you know.
Yes. That is correct.
What are you saying?
May I?
Hey!
Huh?
Yes.
The fuck's going on?
Well, no.
The kids are, incompetent.
Yeah.
No, no.
Oh!
Yeah, I figured that was actually the case of who got what video.
Dumbass!
I mean, I thought that was obvious, honestly.
They admitted as much when they dropped off the videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only surprise here is that Monokuma didn't know they swapped the videos.
I'm sorry.
No. Okay. Yeah? Yeah. Daddy! Hey, Father!
Hey. What? you stupid?
Well, now.
I see.
Oh, I see.
Hey!
What's wrong?
Yes.
So,
That's right.
all right! Back by popular demand, it's time for the motive video! Who's the most important person in your life? And now, without further ado, Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid. With clients in politics and finance, this elite maid is renowned for completing any request. One fateful day, she was suddenly summoned by one of her most influential clients, the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister had a request of utmost importance. He requested that she use her talent as the ultimate maid to serve her country. He asked Kirumi to make this country great again and transferred all his authority to her. No one suspected that the Prime Minister's new secretary was secretly running the country. And over time, she became the de
I said it was gonna
facto
be dumb.
Prime Minister. Only Kirumi could save the country from impending doom. Yes, the future of the country rests entirely on her capable shoulders. But Kirumi is up to the task, for she only accepts requests that only she can fulfill. She is driven by the belief that her citizens are the most important people in her life. Oh, and while we're on the subject of those important people, an unfortunate event will soon befall those vermin and sheeple. What event, you ask? It's a secret. Find out for yourself.
Huh?
What?
Yes.
Wait!
What is this?
I do not agree. This is my selfless devotion. I was called upon to lift the country out of a dire situation. I swore to serve and help all its citizens. As the ultimate maid, I have advised politicians many times in the past. But he wanted me to prioritize saving the country from an unprecedented crisis. I fully accepted this request. As a maid, it is a great honor to serve the nation itself.
What did I do?
I see.
You really don't get it.
How rude!
Heartless bot.
I see.
Now, he could have a heart.
Incredible.
No, he's a robot, not a cyborg.
You could be creative with robot parts. They could use, like, you know, an orphan.
Oh.
Actually,
Not a whole one.
Yoo-hoo!
I do not know.
That's...
That is correct.
Huh?
As it turns out, we got rid of everyone who had remotely anything resembling a talent, not just the ultimate talent, so no one knows how to do anything.
That's...
This is my selfless devotion. My apologies.
If so...
but
I don't like that.
No, you didn't.
Why?
Isn't that... Okay, that could possibly be your goal.
He's sad because he doesn't get to do it himself. I'll cut you off right there.
Say.
He wants to be the one to destroy the nation.
Shocker doesn't want to destroy Japan.
Always messing around.
They want to conquer Japan, and then the world.
Bears do not lie.
Bears do not lie.
Hey,
Except when they do.
You guys aren't bears, though. You're robots.
Huh?
%.
What are you trying to pull?
Cuz. Shing. Yo!
Shut up!
Oh? Dang it!
Oh, I see.
That is...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Weird.
I do not agree. Do you agree?
Huh?
That is... That is correct.
Got it. You're...
And then, he turned his back toward me. At that moment, my determination solidified. A person like him would have noticed my bloodthirst emanating. He already knew. He forfeited his life right then and there. That is correct.
Then...
His life, everyone else in here's life.
Yeah.
But...
What?
Because...
What are you talking about?
Wait!
Huh? Well, you know...
I told you. Why? What?
Yeah. But...
Hey.
No. Jeez. In other words... Please.
That's true.
Well, you know...
Hey!
Huh?
Okie dokie.
All right! Back by popular demand, it's time for the motive video! Who's the most important person in your life? And now, without further ado... This message is for Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro! Unfortunately, there is no one in the world who is important to you.
Get fucked.
I'm so sorry.
God damn.
Really, I am. You have my deepest sympathies. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
Sorry.
Always messing around.
I see.
It can't be!
Damn.
But... Because...
Yes. For everyone.
Yeah, well, now you're gonna bear, like, I don't know, being sucked up in a giant vacuum or some shit for your country.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
My apologies.
You need something?
Hey!
Huh? Gonta.
Unfortunately.
Jeez.
Huh? Oh, man.
That's not guaranteed.
I was gonna say. Awful lot of assumptions we're making.
Shuichi!
Huh?
Hey! All right! Listen up. I mean... Don't worry about it.
Forget about it.
Of course!
Jeez. But...
So divine!
Shut up!
But...
Huh?
Because...
Huh?
But...
Yeah.
My response is accurate.
You mean...
Really?
Cut it out.
That is correct.
Monica goes, "Oh, wait!" Very hastily rewrites what the death is going to be for her. Weight of the Nation. Oh, that's a good one.
You must live.
It's gonna be some Atlas Globe nonsense.
Also, that face for him. Jesus.
Huh?
Now it's being covered up, but he had some serious Joker face vibes right there.
Yep.
You must live.
Or what's his face from Hunter? Hisoka, I think.
Yeah, it's just Oma going gremlin mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was running as far as she could, and then realized the room is sealed. So she's just running in circles.
I won't die here.
That was some quick running for going nowhere.
Yeah.
Damn it!
I mean, it's a big circular room that you have to get to via elevator. Where the fuck do you think she's going?
A window? That'd be my best guess.
The walls?
It's underground.
I still
Pretty
like
sure
going
those
through the
windows
windows.
are purely decorative.
Yeah, it looks like there's a source lighting behind them at least.
School's actually on top of a giant tower.
Live. I refuse to die in a hellhole like this.
Now
We actually have no idea where
Special punishment
this is in general.
for Kirumi Tojo,
True.
the ultimate maid.
For all we
know
know,
it's
For my nation.
down an elevator
For my people.
from a ground level building.
Let's give it everything we've got.
For all we know, it's on the moon.
Punishment time.
that could be the other side of the asteroid, and they're still outside.
Will not
It's got her running away.
Amazing. Oh. Yeah.
Really? Eh?
Let's get along. We are all friends. I will not forgive that.
Damn.
Whoa. Wonderful.
I think he's gone rogue.
I like the yawn there.
Nice. They're so cute. They're so freaking cute. How horrible! Stop it!
I don't like that.
I'll protect you.
Yeah, also, so far, both these executions are a lot more vicious than the standard from the other two, really.
Yeah, the anime kind of set the standard for how vicious things are.
I don't know if I would say less vicious, or more vicious, but they're definitely less cartoonishly violent, I think is the best way to put it.
It's more visceral. There's a bunch of...
There's no Mondo butter.
Yeah. There's no
That's what
Mondo
I'm saying,
butter.
though,
It's
like,
not
I
someone
would
being...
say-
Even when you did see blood, it was like crushed by a giant block or something.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, vicious I don't think is necessarily the right term there, because I would say being put in a centrifuge until you literally reduce to butter is pretty fucking vicious.
I meant visually.
Yeah, I was gonna say the difference was we just saw him on a motorcycle, and then the next thing we saw was here a tub of Mondo butter. This, much like Chiaki's killing in the series, was very, very visually like she is suffering. Significant amount of cuts on her
course.
body, and then the bleeding in her hands.
However,
Yeah, even like the first execution from the first game, most of it was obscured.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're more gruesome. I don't necessarily know that they're more vicious.
Visceral.
Yeah,
Yeah,
visceral is the right word there.
Yeah.
Also, I will point out, Krampus, since you mentioned, oh, the anime kind of set the standard. I'll remind you that this was being developed at the same time as the anime.
Yeah.
Huh?
And that was the only execution in the anime, from what I remember. So, well, that's not true, but there's the future arc.
There were a ton.
There was, there were a ton of the future arc.
Like execution, yes, there were a ton of deaths in the the future arc.
What?
But yeah, no, like it wouldn't necessarily have been influenced one way or the other. This was being essentially developed at the same time the anime was.
Fair enough then.
Like Danganronpa 3, The End of Hope's Peak Academy, if I remember correctly from what we researched, was literally announced at an event that was part of the launch announcement stuff for V3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
so mean. It's a lie. Because...
You're right. That's right.
I mean, there is this one escape tunnel, but you actually have to be good at platforming. Fairly good at platforming, actually.
And able to lead everyone behind you well through platforming as well.
The part's optional.
Like, I'm
Yeah,
fairly
strictly-
certain you can't get through without losing it.
No, but it doesn't matter. As long as one person gets to the end, you get the special ending.
We will be doing Never.
For now.
I was wondering if they were going to put this off till Chapter 3.
You're
or just do
right.
this as part of Chapter 2. Looks like Chapter 2 it is.
I won't forgive you!
It'll be okay. What's wrong?
But... Why?
Hey, so...
Okay.
Hey!
Huh?
Yeah, Kokichi's got one last gremlin thing to pull.
Oh. What is it?
You get it?
Oh, yeah. I can see where this is going.
Huh?
What?
Ah. Well, you know.
Huh?
Which means...
Hold on!
You know, this is an interesting turn of events. But would you really kill me in front of everyone?
Hey, Maki, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, you can probably snap my neck like a twig right now. But that's not your style. You would rather kill from the shadows.
Ah.
Right, Miss Ultimate Assassin?
We have always been stuck with a contract killer. Every
Well, of course.
single time.
No, serial killer is not.
Well,
assassin.
sir, okay, not contract killer, but person
Yeah.
who excels in the art of murder.
And is ironically not a murderer in the trial.
So, that is the other big reveal for Chapter 2. That is the reason why we can't go into her lab. That is the reason why we cannot do her free time events until Chapter 3, because all of her free time events revolve around this realization.
Well, she was spending all her time guarding her lab, presumably so no one would go inside and realize that it wasn't a child care facility.
Yes. However...
This is one of
Well,
the
actually, that's
few
not
other
true.
things.
It takes care of children. Forever.
As it turns out, the skills for Ultimate Assassin and Ultimate Child Caregiver overlap.
Yeah, this is one of the other few things I was spoiled on solely from having looked at the list of ultimates for previous stuff, particularly when we were dealing with the anime.
Mm-hmm. But we have had a very full night of revelations. We're about an hour past the usual time. That's probably going to be our modus operandi going forward for class trials, just because there's no good point. There is a very clear good point to break during the class trial, but it's usually only after like 2 hours or so. So
yeah, it just depends where the intermission falls, really.
Yeah, we would be going either way shorter or a little long.
Yeah,
depending on where they put the break on the like some of the later class trials, and especially the last one, which I expect to be really long, judging by how these games play.
Breaks, actually.
Yes,
yeah,
the last one has 2 breaks.
Yeah, that one we might want to break between streams.
If I'm remembering correctly, the last trial actually technically has 3 breaks.
So yeah, we could
we'll figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for joining us and for staying up late with us during our Sound Goblin Saturday Storytime gaming session. Join us tomorrow as we'll be continuing, after a very long hiatus, our SD Gundam G Generation Genesis playthrough, where we'll be picking up at Zeonic Front and remembering where the hell we were. Join us on Monday. We'll be continuing through what is nearing the end of Pokemon Bushido. Might not be the last one, but it's definitely close to the end. And join us on Tuesday for more Phoenix Point. More fighting, more stealing, more crab. Until then, I've been your host, the Krampus.
I've been Bograt.
I've been Jiv.
I've been Hunter Green.
And I'm Vincent.
And remember, everybody, just don't show off your motive videos to anyone. It doesn't work out well in the long run.